Oh, we're actually gonna have to get on top of that rig. Okay, let's see if we can find a dock here. Alright, so we have the basic boat structure laid out. I'm pretty happy with the way this came out. Like, say if we get into big waves or something, will that thing actually break off? Oh, this thing is... Oh, this is awkward. Hello YouTube, Camodo Gaming here, bringing you guys another episode of Stormworks. Today we are back in the career mode. Now we are going to do a little bit of building here today, but you guys did want to see more of the career mode and more of the missions that the game has to offer. Now if you're new to the Stormworks series, I'm going to flash the series playlist up in the top right corner if you want to check that out. But anyways, we've got an important mission here. Alright, for the mission here we have a rig evacuation. It seems like an oil platform has a dangerous fault. Help the evacuation by transporting 3 roughnecks to safety. Prove yourself in a crisis and you may be rewarded with further rig contracts. Alright, let's go ahead and select that mission. The rig's actually not that far out. Now, I've been wanting to build like a new little rescue boat for me instead of the default one, which I think we're going to do that here today, but since we're on kind of a time crunch here to get out to this rig, we're going to go ahead and we're going to load up the Camodo Extended one, and we're gonna head out there. Let's see. Let's use this one. Spawn it in. They don't actually. I did put seats in this boat initially, but it doesn't seem like the characters that you rescue use the seats at the moment. So we're just gonna go with the standard boat here and cruise out to this rig and see how we can help. Now, like I was saying, if you want to see more of this on the channel, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Comment below what you want to see. I know I've gotten some build suggestions and I do want to take some of those on, but for right now we're going to go ahead and continue with the campaign, and we're going to try to build another boat here today because I do want to build another rescue boat somewhat similar to this, maybe a little longer, maybe a tiny bit wider. I would like to have some more seats and maybe some of the other gadgets that the game has. But yeah, let's go ahead and get out to this oil rig. Alright, so we are getting close to the oil platform here. Now the target seems to be over to the left side, so it makes me think that the rig workers had to evacuate, so they might be in the water at the moment. I don't know, we'll see once we get a little bit closer. Yeah, definitely this is beyond the rig itself, which that's really where I was thinking we were going to be. Let's see, does the rig itself have any damage here? Not seeing anything. I don't wonder if there's another rig out here. Like, this is the rig that's closest to the starting island, and everything seems to be good there. So, must be a rig, either that or they're probably just in the water. No, they're over here. Oh, we're actually gonna have to get on top of that rig. Okay, let's see if we can find a dock here. Looks like there's one right under the rig. The rig itself seems to be okay, so at least it's not about to collapse here. Let's cruise around, search. Okay, so there's a ladder under the rig here. Let's go ahead and get our light on. I have a feeling it's going to get dark relatively soon here. Yeah, this is one thing I want to work on with this boat. This boat doesn't turn very well, and that's something I want to improve upon, so... let's go ahead and cruise under the rig. Looks like we have one survivor waiting here. We're probably going to go get the furthest away survivor, so let's go ahead and hop out of the boat. Let's go ahead and kill it here. Probably don't need our flashlight quite yet. And it's okay, buddy. We're going to go ahead and help everybody get off the rig here. You know, most rigs have some sort of lifeboat system, or they have some sort of helicopter. I think there's almost always a helicopter on standby, and I don't know what's going on here. So, oh, you can see some of the new controls. It seemed like they added a little bit of a tutorial here, so you're seeing some stuff actually appear on screen. Try to get all that off. Okay, so there's one survivor there. Got another one over here. Seems like the rig itself is in decent shape, so it's not like we're dealing with fire or anything at the moment. So let's go ahead and get these people to follow us here. You're going to follow us. And let's go grab the other ones real quick. Alright, you're going to follow us. Let's go grab the last one. Okay, so this is going to be pretty straightforward. Hopefully they actually follow me down the stairs. Let's assume that they are. Either that, they can just jump off. I guess I could pick them up and chunk them in the water if it came down to it. They can't find a way to get down the stairs. Yeah, they kind of stopped up there, so you know what? Let's go ahead and get you off into the water. Let's just get everybody down here and actually in the water, then we'll load them up in the boat. It's a little tricky to do that, but it seems like I'm going to have to throw the other ones overboard or something. That way we can get them to safety here. Alright, buddy. I really hope you can swim here. Let's see if this works. Oh. This feels kind of cruel. I mean, I guess I probably should walk him down, but I prefer to chunk him overboard. This gets him down quicker. Oh, come on. There we go. You know, we're going to jump down in the water with you. See what this looks like. There we go. Everybody's fine. Is everybody accounted for here? Hey, at least everybody can swim. Probably have their life jackets on. Let's go ahead and get everybody to follow me back to the boat. And we're going to load them up and get them home safe here. I think we're going back to the home base. Might be going back to the hospital, which that's going to be a little bit of a drive. So, alright, it would seem that everybody is loaded up and we are ready to go here. We're going to crank this up, turn our light on, and, oh, can we make it under this? Yeah. Alright, well, that's not too bad. It's going to be pretty epic if they can make something where the oil rig is on fire, and maybe you have to do like an air rescue, or maybe you have to, I don't know, maybe even put out the fire. I have a lot of ideas for where this game might go with it, and I would like to see something where maybe you have to do some sort of fire rescue, or even put out fires. That would be pretty cool too. But anyways, where are we going here? Are we going, we're going all the way down in the hospital. Anyways, we're gonna cruise down here. I'll probably skip through most of this, and we'll go to the drop-off zone. Okay, so it is the dead of night. Now we are at the hospital drop-off. We're gonna drop our 3 survivors off. We've already done this a couple times, so I don't need to walk you guys through the procedure. We're just going to dump them off at the hospital. They'll probably get checked out and hopefully return to work sometime soon. But anyways, after this, we're going to go back to base, and we are going to do a little bit of boat building. Alright, it's another beautiful day. Now, right now, we do not have an active mission, so I think this is the perfect time to go ahead and try to build us a new rescue boat. So, probably going to be pretty basic, pretty simple. It's going to be my first boat I've ever built. So let's just go right into this. Now, on the first episode, I did go through a little bit how this works. What I'm thinking, we're going to use a design that's probably fairly close to the default boat, except for I want it to be more open. I want it to be, at least the front to be open, the rears, more seating, and we'll see what other toys that they have that we can put on this thing. So let's go ahead and go back here. And we're going to start off with the blocks. I'm going to go ahead and lay out a little pattern here, what I think will fit a boat. And the way I'm going to do this build, I'll time-lapse certain things and I'll kick in when I think I'm doing something important that I might explain to you guys. Alright, so we have the basic boat structure laid out. I'm pretty happy with the way this came out for this being my first boat. It is a bit wide, it's a bit long, but I have some plans for this. So the floor of the boat's probably going to set relatively low. I want to say maybe right in this area here. Let's make sure we don't overlap some of these parts. Something like that. We'll extend this out. We'll probably fill in some of the gaps over on the other side, so we'll do something like this. We'll fill in this front gap. The seat, or the actual boat pilot's going to be probably, I think, maybe towards the front, and we'll save the back for all the rescue stuff. Let's go ahead. We're going to dig back into this thing real quick. I know I've shown this in the first episode. Let's make sure we've got the right propulsion parts. You've got the propellers, so we're going to do... Maybe we should do more propellers. I wonder if that actually gives us more power. I don't know if that's a thing or not. We also are going to stick the engine here in the back somewheres. So what we're going to do, we are going to go in and let's go ahead and cut out just a bit here. So we'll say propellers are going to be here. Actually, let's go here, here, and we'll go 2 off, so here and here. So we need to dig in quite a bit there. Let's see how these stick out, how far at least. Let's see if we go here and here. Not bad. I feel like we need to go ahead and place one of those blocks back on the inside there. This is a little hard to see at times with how this thing's shaded. I guess you should probably paint as you're going along with it, and that might actually make this a little bit better. So we've got those. Hopefully those are going to work and they don't grind together. We do need turning, so vehicle control. We've got the rudders and we've got the fin rudders. These are for y'all, and then these can be attached on the underside of the boat. So of course we need these. This is another question. Where do we want to stick these? I guess on the outside, or I guess we could do, maybe we'll do 3. That actually looks pretty cool. So we'll go ahead, we'll dig back in here. Let's dig in, let's say here, here, and here. Let's do that on these wedge pieces, and then we'll do it on the center wedge right here. And we'll go ahead and cut 1 in on each of those. So that should set those out a bit. So let's go to vehicle control. Excuse me if I'm fumbling around with the menu somewhat. I'm still haven't done too much of the building aspect here, so this is a little new to me. There we go. So that seals the boat back off, I believe. So we got those rudders, and then there's these underneath rudders. How do these work? Okay, these set... I might have to dig into the floor itself. We're gonna do... Let's go ahead. We'll dig into the floor here. Hopefully I can set these on the side. This is a little awkward. Let's go 3 out like that. And let's go ahead and hook these back in. I'm assuming we hook these into the seat like the other rudders. This is going to take a little bit to position here. It's a little awkward. There we go. Is that the right way, or does that need to be the other way? Let's see. I think this is right here. We can always change this around. So we got 3 of those. Alright, so that's our vehicle control there. Should have plenty of maneuverability there. Now, as you can see, I'm starting to dig into my money a little bit. I finally ran out of parts that I've won from the missions, and so I've got to be careful as to what I actually build here. Let's see. Throttle or engine. We're going to place the engine right here. Does this have a... I like that everything's uneven. That's good because the boat itself is uneven. So, center point of the boat. Gotta watch your weight sometimes. Let's go ahead and stick it right about here. And we're going to stick the pilot up towards the front. We'll probably make a little capsule for the engine to make it look a little bit better. So we've got that. That should be our basics. Let's go ahead and get our... Let's see, let's go blocks. Let's go ahead and get the pilot seat. And he is going to set right up... Set him a little bit off the front, right about here. So I'm going to go ahead and build some blocks around it, try to decorate it a bit. Might add some glass to the front, we'll add some seats here. Alright, we are almost through here. We're going to go ahead and see what else we need to hook up here. I think we need I believe it's a toggle button. So this should probably be for on and off signal for our engine itself. So we're going to put one of those down. We're going to go ahead and stick a dial here. And then we want to stick an artificial horizon. Actually, the dial, what is that actually for? Displays some... This is getting to some logic stuff I'm not going to be able to learn yet. Other than that, I believe this is pretty much ready to go. Let me go ahead and go through all the equipment real quick. Looks like we've got engines, Got a way to turn. Got some digital displays. There's some really advanced stuff in here. We don't need wheels. Looking pretty good so far. Got some windows on here. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. So, this is our basic survival boat. I'm going to go ahead and paint this bad boy up real quick. We'll do kind of Coast Guard colors, but I do want a little bit of channel flare in there too. So let me go ahead and paint this thing up, and we will unveil it and test it out and make sure it even works. Alright, here we go. It is in the water, and it looks a bit low, admittedly. It looks like it's halfway sunk. Huh. Alright, let's go ahead and fire it up real quick and see if it drives. So we're fired up here. Let's turn on the lights. Oh, it's got some power. It is a little low, though. I'm trying to figure out what... It looks like it's half submerged. So that's telling me that we are a bit on the heavy side. The question is, or we just might not be tall enough. To be honest, this is probably one of the shorter boats that I've dealt with. So that could be a bit of an issue. But other than that, seems to be running. It turns actually really well. Turns right over. It's got a lot of power. You've got all 4 of the rotors working. I want to say those bottom rotors are backwards, now that I'm looking at them. Those need to be turned around. Other than that, I'm going to try to shed some weight, maybe off the front of it real quick, and see if that alleviates why it looks like it's half sunk. And then I'm going to turn those bottom rudders down, and we'll turn them around and see if that fixes. I mean, it's still steering, but I feel like it looks really goofy. So we'll do that, and then we'll try to take on some more missions here. Alright, here we are once again. I do actually think my issue is that this boat is not tall enough, so I'm going to add a couple layers eventually. It does work just fine. I just think it needs to be built up about another 2 or 3 blocks to clear the water line, since the water kind of goes through the crafts right now. But we're going to go ahead and test it out one more time real quick. I did correct the bottom rudders, so you can see they are actually working now. It actually doesn't seem to make any difference in the way it's driving. It still seems to drive just the same way. Its turning radius is fairly decent. I'm actually liking it. I'm liking it quite a bit. Like I said, I'm not going to do it now. I'm going to go ahead and take on some more missions, but I'm going to build this thing upwards. I'll probably just add a couple layers down to the bottom shell and make it taller, because I really do believe that's its issue. It's not really sinking or bobbing in a weird way. It's just I don't think the boat itself is tall enough. If any of you guys have any suggestions for us, definitely let me know in the comments below. Anyways, we're going to go back up to the cabin real quick and see what other type of trouble we can get into. Alright, it is a brand new day. We have our first mission that we're going to actually be able to try out our new boat here. It appears that we have a unsolved crime here. We need to recover a stolen boat. How does that work? So we have a small dinghy stolen from the local harbor last year, has been found on a beach on an uninhabited island. Tow it to the police harbor for further investigation. Okay, that says towing. I'm not sure what that means. I don't know. Do we have a towing mechanism? Let's go ahead and activate that and we'll see here. Towing. I'm not sure what towing means. I don't know if there's an actual piece. I don't remember seeing a winch piece or anything to tow with. Like, I'm assuming we can't actually just grab the boat and take it over to the police harbor, because we'd leave our own boat there. Let me go inside the workshop real quick, and we'll see if we can find something here. Alright, folks, I'm probably going to cut out the part where I actually put these on the boat. I was actually confused. I didn't see the part at first, but I finally found something that I think works. There's a part called, and it's right over here, there's a part called a small connector, and this is what you would use to attach several vehicles together. So it needs an on and off switch from what I can tell. We got one on the back, and I went ahead and put one on the front because you never know if we're going to have to tow this boat. So we need an on and off switch. Let's see, push button. I'm assuming a push button will be fine, or a toggle button. I don't know if it really makes a difference. Let's put a toggle button on it. So we're going to stick one. Actually, I think we need 2 of these. So let's go ahead and erase that block there. And we'll go down here. Let's go ahead and put the toggle buttons right there and there. So we'll have one for the front magnet and one for the back. So let's go to logic. Okay, so we have the toggle switch. Let's go the front there and the rear here. And that should be it. And I'll actually press it from the cockpit. I guess I could hook it into the seats. but I like actually pressing stuff. I don't know, it's kind of satisfying to do that. Let's go ahead and paint over this. I can't get that one block that's right by the window for some reason. I'm gonna have to delete the window to actually do that. So anyways, we're gonna save over this and we're gonna go ahead and check out this mission here. All right, we are ready for the first mission on the Camodo boat here. I'm probably gonna need to fix this water issue. This looks a little strange. It drives just fine though. Let's go ahead and pull out in the harbor, or pull out this way just a bit. Okay, let's make sure these magnets are working. Let's go ahead and turn them. Okay, so is that on? Or what? Let's go ahead and switch them off. Does it change colors? Okay, I can't really tell. Actually, I think it is light. Okay, so it's off right now. Let's go ahead, turn them both on. Okay, so they're lit up now. Okay, so that should, in theory, be okay. So hopefully we can go grab this. I'm guessing the boat that we're gonna tow has one of these connectors on it. It's kind of strange because if it has a connector on it, that means the boats are gonna have to sit right basically on top of each other, which you normally would think maybe we'd have like a tow rope or some sort of chain. But I'm really not really sure how they tow. I'm pretty sure the big boats use these extra heavy duty ropes and lines that they connect back and forth between the boats towing and the boat that's being towed. I don't think that's going to work that way. So as long as the water is actually calm, this should be fairly straightforward. I feel like our boat's got enough power and it's quite maneuverable, so I think this is going to be okay. Alright, here we come. We are really close to the island here. I can actually see the dinghy. It's right in between them. I really hope this connector method works. I can't picture any other way to tow a boat besides this. I mean, maybe you can make like a bulldozer boat, but other than that, I don't see it working. Okay, so which way? Oh, that's a little bit bigger dinghy than I thought it would be. Alright, and it's in an awkward spot. So let's go ahead. We're going to use the back connector for sure. I don't want to try to push this thing. So see if we can maneuver our boat over. I still think I need to move. I might move those rudders that are under the boat because it seems that the back end swings really kind of wide and awkwardly. And I feel like moving those towards the center of it would actually do a little bit of good for this boat. Then, of course, getting it out of the water, too. Let's move our boat about right in here. And it's already going to get dark. It's kind of strange. It seems like all these missions start, like, in the evening now, because it gets dark really quick. Not necessarily a big fan of that. So let's go ahead and switch our lights on. Let's turn... I don't know which one's which. Let's just turn them both on real quick. So we got the magnets on. So let's go ahead and hop into the water and check this boat out. This actually looks kind of cool. This little dinghy is pretty awesome. I kind of want to keep this. Can we just take this back to our harbor and use it? Question is, how does it drive? Or does it drive? Okay, so it's on... Does it have a connection point? It does. It's right in the front. The connection point actually looks like it's already lit up, so it should, in theory, be ready to go. Let's see if we can maneuver this dinghy over here. For something that's been gone for like over a year, it's kind of weird that it still runs. But it's going to be okay here. Hey, at least the water is pretty nice. Not too bad. Sun's going down, unfortunately. Let's go and turn on our flashlight here. There we go. Okay. Yeah, this dinghy actually doesn't maneuver that well. We might have to back the boat up to it. Yeah, it seems like this thing's going to start swinging here on us. Okay, so let's go ahead and kill you. We're going to hop back over into our boat here and get up in it. There we go. And we are just going to back up and hope that this works. That's a big hope. Okay. There we go. We're almost lined up here. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Oh, there it goes. All right, so it's connected. So, in theory, we can just drive forward. I wonder if there's a point of, like, stress that the thing can disconnect from. Like, say if we get into big waves or something, will that thing actually break off? Oh, this thing is... Oh, this is awkward. Okay, that dinghy's... it's pretty big. Okay, this is gonna be a... This is gonna be a chore. If I could just get aimed towards the island. Oh, dear. Okay, well, it goes straight just fine. We're gonna have to make probably the widest turn ever. And hopefully we don't capsize here. We are turning. It's just extremely awkward in this boat. So now we know we need a towboat. We need to build a big boat. Oh, boy. Well, hopefully we'll make some decent money off this. We are turning, so that is a positive. Now, I hope that the police drop-off is going to be fairly easy as far as where they have it, because I don't think I'm going to be able to maneuver very well with this boat. This dinghy is actually a lot bigger than I thought it would be. Anyways, we're going to start heading this way. It actually looks like the seas are getting a little bit rougher. I don't like this. Keep turning, and I think we are pointed pretty much directly at the police drop-off here, so let's hope this goes well. Oh, geez. Okay, the water is getting a little bit rough. I know it's a little hard to see here, but yeah, definitely the water has picked up right before we get to the police drop-off here. Now, I actually think we've been to this drop-off. This is the, it should have a little dock on the side of it, so it should be fairly easy to drop off. And what is that in the distance? Looks like a huge power plant beyond it. I know it's hard to see. There's a little silhouette that I can see in the distance, but I probably don't need to worry about that right now. I need to get this boat to the actual dock itself. Hopefully, it seems like right around the islands it starts to calm down. So hopefully we can pull right up to this dock with ease. Hopefully the drop-off zone's really big and we'll just hit the magnet and take off and head home. Alright, drop-off is coming up. It is the dock. Hopefully we can just maybe park it right in front. Oh, we are drifting. We are drifting. Why is this not turning anymore? Oh, this isn't turning. Okay. Come on. Alright, we need to actually back up. I don't know if that's possible with this. Without, it's like a big trailer. It's like we're going to jackknife the dinghy. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's try to slide it over. Okay, so definitely our boat, besides the whole water level thing, needs to be taller because the top of the dinghy sometimes slides over the back of the boat, and it makes it extremely awkward. Did we leave a boat over here? There's like a boat or something parked at the dock itself. All right, it's gonna take just a second here. We might be backing this thing in. Here we go. I think we are angled in. Yeah, I think this might be one of the default boats. I must have fast traveled somewheres. And you know what? Okay, I got an idea. This thing is pretty close to the dock. Should be able to detach it here. And we're gonna drive it over there, even though this thing doesn't handle very well. Let's go ahead and fire it up. And it should just need to be in the drop-off zone over here. I guess in theory you probably just could have taken this over here since it just needs to be in the drop-off. This thing doesn't steer either. Okay, here we go. You gotta ease over into the little red area. We're gonna move whatever that is. Yeah, that's the default boat. Somehow it got parked over here. Alright, drop off. 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. Okay, so we got some XOR blueprints, got some blocks, and $1,200 for that. Alright, that seems like a job well done. It is time to wrap this episode up. We got 2 missions done, and we built a new boat. While not being perfect, it needs a little bit of work, but we'll eventually get around to doing some more on this. If you guys have any suggestions for builds, let me know down in the comments below. One thing I did notice, there's an island for sale over here for $10,000. We might be looking at purchasing this soon because I think this has the airport hangar on it and the bigger boat dock on it. So probably we'll have to do a bit of grinding with some more missions and then we'll unlock the new island here very soon. But anyways, folks, I want to thank you guys for all the love and support on the Stormworks series. If you want to see more, be sure to smash that like button below. Comment below, let me know anything you see I may be doing wrong or stuff that you would like to see more of. We will eventually do a little bit more creative mode, but I know I need a bigger boat, so that's going to be next on the agenda. But anyways, folks, hope you enjoyed this episode, and we will see you guys next time on Stormworks. Thank you.